Well, summer break is over and we're back to riding again. Just a good start and a good first couple laps would be really good. It's gonna be a hot one, dusty. Let's head to the start line. All right, let's get a good start here. And I got a great start, but not as great as that e-bike right next to me. And Jason Anderson on the 21 Kawasaki pulls in front of me. Oh, big mistake. I let off the throttle way too early on turn 2, and this guy on the KTM gets in front of me. Some more carnage here in turn 4. And I think I'm in 4th now, so like when it's all settling, and because of the dust, I kind of couldn't see the sand right here, so I didn't power through it like I should have, and this guy gets me on the left. So now we're going into the woods. We're in 5th place. I think we're doing pretty well. Things are a little hectic, but we just need to settle in and run our pace here. So I'm trying to stay with this guy in front of me. I'm already kind of losing touch because, as you can probably hear, I'm not really staying consistently on the throttle. It's going to open up a little bit more here in this section, but you got to watch out for these ruts. They're a little bit hard to see on the video through the shadows, but they're there, and you got to watch out for them. So it rained like a week before this race, but it didn't rain too much, so just the top layer got a little crusty, and then now we have a little bit sandy, crusty conditions. So it made for an interesting race. The course was actually great during practice, I will tell you that, and then it started deteriorating more and more throughout the day and throughout the weekend. So in the past, I've made the mistake when I get into the woods like this to override and try to catch up to people in front of me. And what I would do is just power into the corners too deep and brake too late. I'm about to tag my shoulder right here on this limb to the right. Luckily, the chest protector I have has shoulder protection on it. But yeah, so what I would do is just go all out on this first lap and then usually end up making a mistake. So I wanted to try to ride within myself this time, ride my own pace. I can hear, I think maybe a 250 with like maybe a power bomb or maybe a 450 behind me, but there's like a 4-stroke behind me. I can definitely hear him right behind me. But I am trying to be aggressive when I come up into some more open sections of this trail here. So I see this guy in front of me, and I don't know if he's in my class or not. I'm thinking, ooh, I almost lost it there. So I'm thinking he might be in open C, but he would have started a minute ahead of me, so that must be a guy in my class that fell. Yeah, I just couldn't grab that rut there. That was a mistake. But the course I thought was really fun course. If we had a little bit more rain, course would have just been even more fun. The layout was really fun. It was a long lap, but I thought Gil did a great job changing it up and making it interesting throughout the loop. You can tell I'm not that great at these whoops here. One thing I think I could have done a little bit better in that section is click up into third gear. You probably heard I was in second a lot, but then I would have been a lot more on the clutch. And I'm having issues with my clutch right now, so it's not fully engaging, which I think is making the engine overheat a little. So I was a little bit worried about trying to abuse my clutch in this race. I'm actually going to go bleed it pretty soon and change one of the pressure settings. I should have clicked up the third there. So we're going to go down this hill, and then there's going to be a guy on my right who tries to pass me, but he'll fall. Because I stalled it. This guy comes up and then skids out. Now watch when I make this. It looks like there's a bike up there. See that guy? I think that guy took like a really shortcut. I don't know. I didn't even know there was a trail that far up on the 180, but yeah, I think he kind of like did a little bit of trailblazing there. Yeah, I knew that rut was coming up, which is why I slowed down a little bit there. But just gotta make sure both tires find the rut. If you get cross-rutted in this stuff, or you have one tire in, one tire out, it's gonna spell trouble. Yeah, I missed it there, and then this guy passes me. I think that might have been the same guy who passed me in turn 2. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Looked very similar. So as you heard in the intro, I really want to just come out here, have a good start, which I think I had a decent start. It wasn't spectacular. And then just run a nice couple clean laps. I've been training over the summer, riding my street bicycle. It's more of like a gravel bike, but been riding it like on some of these hot summer days, trying to get in shape. Been doing a little bit of weights. So been doing this for like a couple months now, and I'm starting to get back in shape. But I knew it was a really hot day, and if I could stay on 2 wheels, I could probably have a pretty decent finish in this race. But staying on 2 wheels is definitely the key, because it's dusty, it's hot, your heart rate's already up, your body's already going to be running on the hot side. So you can see I'm having a little bit of trouble here on some of these ruts, staying in them or getting in them. And then one of the things I need to work on is definitely throttle maintenance in the ruts. Got to be able to maintain that throttle all the way through. But at this point in lap 1, I'm feeling pretty good. You can see I'm not standing up very much. I know it's going to be a long 60 or 70 minute race, so I don't want to burn too much energy, and I'm doing just fine sitting down. I'd say one thing that my older Honda did a lot better is I was able to stay consistently on the throttle. This bike definitely wants to take off if you're on the throttle, which kind of leads to that throttle chopping a little bit more. It's a little bit, oh, almost lost it there. Almost lost the front end. We have a race coming up this next weekend. It's going to be totally different than this. It's It's not going to be as sandy. Well, there will be a little bit of sand, but not nearly as much sand as this. It's more hard packed. There won't be ruts like this. I expect there'll probably be like a few ruts in the sand, but 80% of the course is like hard packed, and it's going to be totally different. Not single track, but like more 2 or 3 times wider than this. So passing will be not as much at a premium, but like it'll be a lot more passable. It's a fun little section right here. Open it up. Should have clicked up in third here, I think. I think we're starting to see some of the issues that I have, like with only doing 1 practice lap, because I'm not as familiar with the course, and it's hard for me to remember when that turn back into the woods comes out. So I start letting off the throttle, anticipating that that turn is going to come, so I don't overshoot it. Now I'm starting to get a little bit more aggressive on the throttle. I'm starting to remember how to ride. It's been a while since I've ridden the bike. I think this race is mid-September, and I haven't ridden since mid-July. One of the things I was working on earlier in the summer was getting on the throttle before initiating the turn, so that your tire can pump up throughout the turn, but I didn't do a very good job of that in this race. This open section's fun. Trying to open up the corners a little bit more. Ghost guy that I paused the video for, so that he would have been in 6th, and that puts me in 7th. It's a little tight through here, and then we're coming up on the section where we go, there's a little house on here. I slowed down way too much for that turn. I don't know why I did that. Should have remembered that from practice. Where sometimes when you're going down to a creek like that, you think like, oh, it's going to be treacherous, but that wasn't treacherous at all. It was actually pretty tame. I don't know if that was almost a whiskey throttle or what, but I think I was just slipping the clutch while you heard the RPMs rev up like that. to get off this trail. It's so much smoother over there in the grass. I think I did that on lap 2 or maybe 3. Gotta learn to find the smoother spots a little bit better. Here comes the house. This floor's slippery. Yeah, you cannot throttle on that floor. You'll slip out. Slide out. And this gate's a little tricky too coming up. It's such an awkward turn, and then it gets really narrow there. I almost wiped out again. I think I saved it there with the throttle though. It stood up the bike a little bit. Oh, but I'm just riding horrible. Like this is not even. This is hard to watch. This corner was tough, man. It's off camber. It's ruddy, loose sand. You saw I got back in the throttle and the bike just turned sideways. Ugh. Ah, I almost went right into that tree there. Alright, lap 1 complete. It was quite the adventure, but... back to the start area here. Click up to 3rd, and this guy passes me. It's a blue dot. I think that might be the row behind me, like 55C. Oh, but I slowed down again going into turn 2. Like I'm just taking that turn not well at all. Yeah, I'm carrying momentum into the other turns, some of them at least. There goes Kirby. She's in first place in Women's A. Oh yeah, I think it was Women's A that started right behind us. Actually, oh, this is Saturday. There is no 55C, so that blue dot must have been, I don't know, maybe it was like Super Senior or something like that. I don't know what it was. I don't have all the classes memorized on Saturday, because normally I race this series on Sunday. So yeah, she passes me going into the woods, and I'm thinking, okay, let's stay with her. And I'm actually being a little bit more smooth here in this section than I was in lap 1. Need to click up the 3rd here. Too much coasting through there, but yeah, it just does not feel comfortable when you're out there. See, the whoops are getting a little worse. Yeah, she's gone now. That's because I'm riding so crappy. Yeah, people just say they skim the whoops. They say like they wheelie over the whoops. Yeah, I'm just not one of those guys. Like, maybe in an open field I could try it, but not through a section like this. That corner was tight. Oh my god, the front tire's just like all over the place. I'm starting to ride like a goon here. but not on purpose. Oh, abusing the clutch. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like the best rider ever, or have I ever been, but like I definitely could ride better than this. I know it. This is pretty sloppy. I almost went down there again. You hear that engine, it keeps wanting to stall. Well, I know what I need to practice. I need to practice the single track stuff a little bit more. I do feel a little bit more confident going into this weekend. It's going to be a little bit more moto style, where you'll have probably 100 feet, 50 to 100 feet in between the turns. Like you can see the turn coming, set it up, and it's just a matter of who can kind of stay on the throttle longer and then get on the throttle earlier. But you see me here, it's like bouncing left to right on the trail like crazy. Now I'm wondering why I didn't wreck more. Like it's pretty awful how I'm riding here. Let's see if I can open it up a little bit here. That could have been done better. That was good braking though. I'm actually trying to brake less these days. Still brake aggressively, but not as much, like not slow down as much. Alright, come on Chris, open it up. Open it up. There you go. I think I clicked into third that time. Engine sounds different. And I held onto it a lot longer too. Oh, but I stalled in the same place. That's hilarious. I forgot that I stalled there twice. Oh, see, there is a little path way up there, like way to the right over there. Like, I think that's where that guy was going on lap 1. Sneaky, sneaky. I need to look for those things in practice. Oh, I see a little, even more of a shortcut over there on the right. See, it's getting burnt in over there. Ah, I didn't even see that during practice or the first lap. Man, these guys are crafty. They're finding shortcuts everywhere that I'm not even really looking for them. That's my problem, I think. I'm not even looking for the shortcuts. I'm surprised there wasn't a ribbon there. But yeah, you can't ribbon the whole entire course. This section is especially bad with the ruts. Like I was trying to keep my momentum up, but you just gotta be careful to keep those tires in the ruts. Otherwise, you're gonna go down. Maintaining the momentum a little bit better through this section. I feel like I'm starting to get my sea legs under me here. I don't hear the throttle chopping as much on lap 2 here. Still being aggressive, that's good, that's good. or a C rider, like maybe a D rider. Oh, that was pretty sloppy. So what's funny is I rode on Saturday and my son did this on Sunday, and I told him, like, okay, look, this course is going to be destroyed by the time you ride it, because the pros and the A and B riders ride after us on this is Saturday, and then you go through another, like the 85 riders ride part of this course. They don't do the full thing, but then you have another round of practice on Sunday. I said, yeah, I don't think you're gonna like this one that much. But yeah, he ended up doing practice, fell a couple times, and he's like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this race. There's a lot of people I saw who left after Saturday who had bought RVs. Like, so you're expecting them to stay the whole weekend in the parking lot. Yeah, it was probably 20-30% of the RVs I saw, like, packed up and left after Saturday. They're like, I'm not doing this thing again on Sunday. It was tough. This is like, forecast was for 95 degrees, but I think it got up to like 98 this day, and it's just hot. And then you got the dust, then you got the sand and the ruts. It just makes it hard. It makes it really difficult. I could say I was having fun first 2 laps, but by the time I got to lap 3, it kind of became more of like a war of attrition instead of fun. Just trying to like stay to survive. So that was probably around like 32 minutes of riding for me at like where I start lap 3. Yeah, so we've been going like around 27 minutes now. No, but we had a fun weekend, even though it was the racing was not as good as we would have liked it. But this was the first time we had actually camped at the race, and it was fun with the kids getting to play with other kids on Saturday night, getting the glow sticks out, and playing football with them. So they were having a blast, and you know, me getting to hang out with some friends longer after the race instead of like just an hour or two. So definitely had a fun weekend. There we go. I like to see that open it up there. But I think once we get into October, November, we get a little bit more rain. Some of these courses that are really dry get a little bit of moisture in the dirt, and the temperatures drop a little. It'll be even more fun racing. That was really bad. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I need to be back on the course. Come on, Chris, open it up. This is an open section. There we go. I heard that click up to 3rd. But I need to be pinning the throttle. It's kind of like I'm lollygagging a little bit here. Right here, pin it. Come on, do it. See, he's got it pinned. Yeah. I mean, armchair quarterback, I guess, right? Anybody is like fast sitting on their couch. Stay with this guy a little bit. But now he's gone. Thought I was riding decently there. That was horrible braking. I let the bike drift way outside the line. Yep. So my fan's going off, or hear my fan's going off. Bike's up around 190 degrees. I think my clutch is just not disengaging fully, like drags a little bit, so the bike overheats quickly. I need to fix that. That was frustrating because I had ridden really well for 30 minutes and just a stupid stall in a corner and then having to waste the energy to pick your bike up. That's frustrating. Comes that part where oh yeah, I did it much better this lap. I don't know what the hell that was. That was, let's just rev it for the sake of revving it and then just have the bike carry me over to the side of the course there. I don't know what that was. I think we're about to hit the house again. Oh yeah, we gotta go back into the woods. Yeah, I know. Oh, so this is good. Like I'm off the trail on the grass trying to find some smoother. Yeah, so she caught me. She started in the line behind me, so she's faster in the woods than me. I know her and her family. They ride at the same place I ride at a lot, so I think I can stay with her in the open section, but in the woods she's faster than me, so I let her by. And there's her dad filming, and I'm gonna get stuck right here. Yeah, Chris, that was not pretty. Ugh. Okay, but I will try to pass her back coming up, so stay tuned. This is that really crappy turn here, deep sand, off camber. Let's see, she's on the inside. I think I'm gonna go like outside in here. Yeah, that didn't work, so let's try it again. Yeah, I'm not really executing this very well. I think it was a good plan, but execution's horrible, so let's see if we can stay close now. I'll hug the inside here. And then I see she's going inside, so I'm just gonna go take the outside. That's what I've been talking about this whole video. Like, open it up, pin the throttle. Here we go again, third gear, just have it pinned. And I held on to that throttle a lot better that time too. Not like laps 1 and 2. That's good braking. Like, I didn't brake too hard, like I didn't slow down too much. I executed those 4 turns pretty much exactly how I want to execute open field turns. That was really good. Now, I know we're going back into the woods, so I slowed back up and let her by. And then she'll be gone like in 15-20 seconds here. I think she's on a beta cross trainer, if I remember correctly. Pretty good with woods bike. Oh man, just all over the place here. Oh, almost fell there. I would not have been surprised had I fallen there because my front tire was just all over the trail. Yeah, I gotta get just more momentum in this section. Just click it up into third and ride a gear taller. I think I was like a couple, like 2 minutes behind the leaders of my class.
You okay?
So, better, like getting down. Like when I first moved to C class, I was like 5 minutes behind the leaders per lap. So like they would do like 4 or 5 laps and I would do 3. But I've been doing a lot better. I've been closing that gap a lot more. Like I got it down to like 2.5 minutes, and then even this year I was down to like 1.5 minutes behind the leaders. But this race, I think it's probably because I haven't ridden in a while. They were like 2.5 minutes per lap faster than me. But some of those guys, I think, probably are B riders, because I looked at their lap times and they didn't lose their pace at all. Like, and they did 5 laps, and I only ended up doing 3 because, well, you're about to see what happens coming up here on lap 3. But man, like, yeah, the guy who won my class was just like at the top. Actually, the whole podium, like they all did 5 laps, and they were like cruising really fast for all 5 laps. I'm not trying to take away from them at all, but like I don't see how you do 5 laps in this heat, in these conditions, and not drop off at all. Yeah, so you saw that front tire right up the side of the trail. And there's that e-bike who smoked me on the start. He was riding behind me and I didn't even know it. Like, you can't hear him. Yeah, so that front tire rode up the right side of the trail, and then both of those guys were in my class, not that guy. But yeah, once the tire came back down, then my weight shifted to the left and I just lost it. Alright, so that's the second time I've had to pick my bike up. Starting to get pretty winded here. Yeah, I'm in like full recovery mode right now. I'm just trying to like breathe, recoup, not even trying to race, just trying to ride the bike, stay on the trail, and recover, like kind of get that strength back up, not even worrying about like trying to get back into a flow for the race, just full recovery here. Oh, look at these ruts. They're just getting deeper and deeper every lap. Alright, coming up on that downhill. Let's see if I can not stall this time. How about that? We've stalled each of the first 2 laps. Yay! I feel like that's like a minor victory there. And I'm like full, like not even in race mode anymore. I'm like, I'm not taking that shortcut. I'm just gonna go right around the full outside of the turn there. And watch, you're gonna see this little burnt in thing over to the right, and I miss it. Like, how I missed that? It's completely burnt in now. It's like I'm not even looking for it. That's at least like 2 seconds right there per lap. So if you're doing 5 laps, it's 10 seconds. Oh man, I'm just riding like shit now. This is like full on survival mode. You can tell I'm riding totally different than I was on lap 2. Like lap 2, I finally found some momentum through all these sections, and now I'm riding again like I was on lap 1, where I'm chopping the throttle a lot. I'm not going as fast. Yeah, it's just kind of frustrating. So that e-bike, I guess, was behind me all the way from turn 2. Yeah, he went down in turn 4, right? So like turn 4, right off the start, all the way to lap 3. I didn't even realize that. He must have gone down a couple more times because that e-bike could scoot in these woods, but I imagine his suspension's not nearly as good. So he's probably getting bounced to hell on this trail. Alright, this is where it does me in right here. You can see my front tire was out of the rut, my back wheel slid into the rut. And I just start feeling like I'm completely gassed here. And I just come over, shut the bike off. I've been taking in a lot of water on this lap too already. All right, well that kind of sucked. I got nothing else to say. I got through 2 laps, no crashes or anything. Was feeling pretty good on lap 3 until all of a sudden I had those 2 kind of, I wouldn't call them crashes, but just tip overs. Had to pick my bike up. Just exhausted me. My heart rate shot up to like 185 when I looked down at my watch. And I was starting to feel a little dizzy, not nauseous or anything, but just the early signs of heat exhaustion. And I'm not in the points here or anything, so I really just called it quits. I wasn't gonna push to try to do 3 or 4 laps. And I think I just need to get in better shape. The guys who won my class did 5 laps. That's pretty insane. And they held their pace the entire 5 laps. So I think that's really crazy. I'm definitely not in that good of shape. So, I mean, they're probably 20 years younger than me, but damn, that's pretty incredible. Kudos to them, kudos to them. Well, I had a pretty good start. That e-bike crushed me on the start. I don't even know how an e-bike is in the 250F class, but that's what it was. And then I felt like I came around the outside of that turn 1 pretty well and was in a good place. Saw those couple guys went down, and I don't think I was in the top 5, but maybe 5th or 6th maybe is where I felt like I was in the first lap. And then I went down and those guys passed me. So, all right, well, TX2 race starts in a couple weeks, and we'll be there racing for round 1 of TX2, and come back and see us then.